And it's been so long. We don't listen to some old time reggae song. Play the music again. Yes, make we unite again. I remember when, way back then, positivity was the message we sent. And now we
WEFM.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, so that's St. Daddy Grenadines. A lot of things going on inside the studio this morning. Anyway, good morning to you, St. Vincent, wherever you are this morning. It's Tuesday morning here in SVG. And let me say good morning to all the folks heading into work this morning. If you're caught up in the traffic jam, good morning and take it easy on the road, drivers. Please, we're begging all of you. Right, Roleza?
I am indeed. So good morning to everybody. Again, whatever it is that you're going to be up to today, hope that it is going to be a productive one. And as you leave home, just say a prayer,
Be careful on the road too.
Be careful on the road and say a prayer. I know that there's this quote that says one of the lessons that we don't fully recognize is just the ability to go back home and go back home in one piece, right?
That's
so, just everybody, I hope that you have a good one today. All right. All right.
Oh, boys. First, 7 people in critical condition after South Union accident. Van involved again.
Yeah, so
Wow.
maybe so this occurred yesterday, and reading this from One News, it said the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force stated that 7 individuals are reportedly in critical condition following a motor vehicle accident that occurred at approximately 7:50 a.m., just as people head into work and school, right, along the South Union Public Road. Police said preliminary reports indicated that a red Toyota van, which was traveling along the South Union Public Road, experienced mechanical difficulties, resulting in the vehicle colliding with a utility pole and overturning. All right. As a result of the accident, several occupants sustained injuries and were transported to the Milton Keynes Memorial Hospital for medical treatment. At that time, 7 persons are reportedly in critical condition. So the police force is continuing investigations into the matter, and it's urging motorists to exercise caution, ensure your vehicles are in good mechanical condition, and adhere to road safety practices.
For some reason, yesterday was accident day.
Yeah, several things we noticed yesterday. So, I mean, the thing of it is that I don't know how many of you picked up when I was reading, when I got to the part of experience mechanical difficulties, I kind of said it in a different way, right? Because this is one of the things that we're constantly hearing whenever there are accidents. As Joshua always says, are you sure it's an actual accident, right? Whenever there are these incidents occurring, we keep hearing of the common thing, the brakes dropping in, right? And in the video, one of the persons in the background said the brakes dropping, and I mean, it's kind of difficult to talk on this because I'm also a driver, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to necessarily just fully lay blame on an individual. Let's say you're not taking proper care of your vehicle or all of that, right? Really and truly don't know because I wasn't in the situation. But it's just kind of interesting that whenever we hear of an incident happening or an accident happening and it involves a vehicle, the first thing that you always hear is brakes failure. Right?
And most of the accidents I saw yesterday, most of them is brakes failure.
Yeah,
I guess most of them is brakes failure. There was one heading down to Central Water Service Authority. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yeah, I was actually heading home when I passed that yesterday. The Hyroon truck, it ran into the pole coming down on as if you're heading into Kingston.
Town, right.
It ran on the
Just close to
on
Water
its,
Authority Gate.
on its hand, but yeah, on that side. So not quite sure what happened in that incident as well.
I heard it's a brakes failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And strange enough that people stand right there and wait for van.
Yeah. So I'm only hoping that this thing happened in slow motion so that persons were able to, run to the side safely. But Maka, when I see trucks, listen, even when I'm in my vehicle, when I see trucks and container truck passing, I just squinch up, I just squinch up. I would squinch up inside the vehicle because, it's just always this thing. Like, I don't know, the movie Final Destination?
I heard of it.
Right. So if you've ever looked at Final Destination, well, I've only looked at maybe like the first two ones. I just always have this fear of being at a particular place at an unfortunate time. So when container trucks, let's say they're taking a corner, and I hate when they're taking a corner, let's say when they come by Jacks to go around Market and go back down the road, I always stand back. Not that if the container was to turn over, it still ain't going to hit me. It would still hit me, but it's just always this constant, well, not fair necessarily, but it's just a thing that stays with me. When I see trucks transporting stuff on the back, like lumber and so forth, and to me, they have a tie, but if you're going on an incline, I'm always fearful that one of them are going to dislodge and come straight through the windshield, like a scene in Final Destination, So it's just one of these things that when you're on the road, you just, as a driver or a pedestrian, you just always have to be on the alert.
A lot of people complaining about some of these young drivers. That could be an issue as well, Most of them don't have any experience, just in case something to happen. Most of them don't even have any experience at all.
But you mean as van drivers?
Well, van drivers.
Okay, I can understand for van drivers, but if it's a private transport, the only way you're going to get experience is from driving. Well, right?
You're correct.
So I could understand when it comes to driving public transportation, then maybe. But it also doesn't give an indication of somebody's experience, right? Because you can be 30-something and still do stupidness on the road, whereas you could have somebody who's in the early 20s and still maybe know how to maneuver better, So I don't always necessarily think age. Maybe it's how long you've been driving on the road and the frequency of driving. Because you could have your license for 10 years, but you're not driving frequently either. Well,
as we mentioned, for public transportation, you must have some form of experience, to drive public transportation. You're not driving you alone.
Yeah,
you're driving other people. So, for example, to captain a boat, you can't expect to just put a man in a boat, you know what I'm saying? So let me just take a quick call and hear this person gonna say. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Happy New Year to you both.
Happy New Year.
To you too.
Listen, I want to see this van driving and this accidents from a different perspective.
I think you ran out of credit.
I don't think this person ran out of credits. Okay, so you can call back. We're not sure what happened there, but you can call back. All right.
A lot of people see this, public transportation from lots of different angles. So it's good to hear from people.
Yeah. So, but it is frightening and concerning. And I mean, as I said before on air, I have had that experience of brake failure. I had the experience of brake failure coming off of my hill at home, and it is, to this day, I've never truly fully recovered from it in a sense because of the way in which I need to turn my vehicle or angle my vehicle to go into my driveway. Every time I have to make that stop, the fear comes over me because I remember what happened, So, I mean, the thing of it is that you just always have to be cautious. There are situations when your brake is failing, you do recognize it, right? But I did not recognize what it was until after the incident with me happened. But you would recognize that it's getting softer. You would recognize that if you have to pump it in order for it to come back up, that is a sign that you need to go and have it checked out, right? So sometimes we do see the little signs. Maybe we're not fully aware of what they are, but you just can't play around.
This person on WhatsApp is saying, yes, the taxi drivers in my areas, they are like ground planes.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Here this person gotta say, do you remember me speaking about the children in my area of those bike will two of them get into a vehicle accident, one last week and one Sunday around the Peace Memorial Hall area.
Yeah. And you were talking this morning about the cyclists.
These cyclists, boy.
Okay.
A lot of people have been complaining about these cyclists on the road.
Yeah.
And the authorities need to do something about it.
All right. Let's hope that we did request a particular edition of Cop Chat to deal, not Cop Chat, Traffic Talk to deal with that. So let's hope that that will be forthcoming. All right.
Let me read this final WhatsApp. The police officer will not do anything about the vans because the court gets a lot of revenue from the van.
I don't know how I feel about that comment. I mean, I've heard it expressed before, but do we really want to risk public safety on account of the public purse, right? Mm-hmm. In terms of the revenue received from it. I can't see police officers turning a blind eye just on account of,
safety.
Yes.
Yeah, so
or turning a blind eye on account of trying to accumulate funds for the state. I can't see that one, right? I hear what you're saying. I know it's said repeatedly by some persons, but I can't accept it wholesale, right? So
a lot of policemen have vans too, so
that too. That too. All righty. So we are going to take a break at this time. Just a reminder that coming up at 7:45, we bring to you this morning's Commentary with Life. And then we touch on another topic at 8:10. And Talk to Us this morning will be earlier. Talk to Us will be around 8:40, 8:45 thereabouts. All right. So stay tuned with us. This is Activated Mornings here on WEFM.
Nothing else sounds as good as
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.